Welcome to the latest edition of Monica's Play-by-Play. It's mid-July and the Florida Panthers are a month off winning their second consecutive Stanley Cup. Literally nobody wants to hear anything else about that, so we're going to get right into the off-season action. You may wonder what could possibly be going on in the middle of the summer, but the answer for the big killer whales is always plenty. There's the recent draft for new players, training camp is right around the corner, and free agents are looking to sign with their new teams for next season. So without further ado, let's turn to the telestrator and get right into today's action. Almost everything was centered around the northeast San Juan Islands and the southern Strait of Georgia today. The first practice squad that met up was just north of Susha, the T49As, T36As, and free agent T37A1, who yet again is looking where to sign as one of this year's top free agents. These guys hung out and practiced right in this area. Meanwhile, down by Flat Top, the T38As and T35As, who you probably know as longtime teammates, were again practicing together, looking likely that they will sign for yet another season. Then, also up near Susa, just a little ways away from our first practice team, was the T77s, T99s, and T46Bs. And this is the time of year for tryouts for a reason. Some fans were surprised at this particular kind of matchup and roster. And needless to say, it did not last very long. As the day went on, the T-77s broke off, headed north up towards the southern Strait of Georgia. The T-99s ended up making their way over towards Lemmy Island, and the T-46Bs headed down Rosario Strait. What did our other squads get up to, you might ask? The 38As and 35As made their way north past Waldron Island, also up towards the Strait of Georgia. North was the direction of choice for everybody. The 49As, 36As, and 37A1 also headed in that direction. But these five whales kind of went MIA in the middle of the afternoon. So they were clearly taking this as a practice day and did not finish out the evening out there with the other whales. So you may notice the 49As heading up this direction and the 77s also heading up in this direction. Fans will be very excited to hear that they all met up in the evening off the mouth of the Fraser River. Talk about an all-star team. You've heard about the penalty kill, but how about the seal kill? This is one of the latest new stats that we are tracking. Yesterday we met up with the T-77s and they had an impressive hat trick within less than an hour. So these guys have clearly come ready to play this season. And imagine the magic that could happen when you connect them with the fan favorite T49As. So everybody was buzzing this evening as those two groups met up, hoping that there will be a long-term contract signed for this off-season. Fans might also be curious about some of the action happening outside the Central Sailor Sea. We can report that both the T2Cs and T123s were up in the northern Strait of Georgia. As is their typical off-season protocol, they are not practicing with any other teams or any other players. They've got their own regimen in place, and they like to keep it out of the public eye as they prepare for the next upcoming season. We'll wrap up this edition of Monica's Play-by-Play with our 3 stars of the day. It might be the off-season, but we still like to choose who some of the standout players are that were worth keeping an eye on. We ended up with 35 big killer whales in the northeast San Juan Islands this morning, so our 3rd star will go to lucky number 35A. For our 2nd star, we have to give a nod to the great one, number 99. You've all seen what she can do with the puck, and you can never count her out. Finally, our 1st star of the day goes to the youngest member of the team, who is number 38A3, learning the ropes, getting ready for their first full season as a member of the West Coast Transients, looking really good, and we will watch this young one's career with interest. That wraps up Monica's Play-by-Play, the July 2025 edition. We'll be back this fall with another update before the start of the regular season.